and then realized midway that, oh, there's public holiday. That's why I'm doing making U-turns. If that's your story, please share with us. WhatsApp number, by the way, 0809-444-0981. This is the Grapevine 981. Shout out to my producer, Olakumi, for doing the most. Thank you so much. We're going to share some of the stories today and have a feeler to a song released by Simi in her campaign, as part of her campaign, Nobody Like Woman, as the hashtag. And you must have seen all the pictures, shared on her platform, on Instagram, on Twitter, and everywhere. She got over 20,000 submissions on this challenge, or in this challenge, and we're going to be talking about that in a bit. But we'll start with our first story because today's Tuesday, actually. We should review the song first. Sorry, I just lost track of time. Kind of reminds me of how I felt on set. It's just some days I didn't know it was Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. It was crazy, but I'll tell you about that today. But let's review this song, Simi's Woman. Listen.
What do you guys think of this song?
Woman, don't fall, lower everybody.
I was like, she really went there.
I like how she responded.
Money don't like woman. Woman don't like woman. She don't be like woman. If woman have no money, then she don't be woman. If woman have no money, she don't be woman. If she not got him up for fire, they go to push her down the floor. And eventually.
Thank you.
But look where it's Tuesday, oh, it's a public holiday. Don't mind them.
You look at Navy. Oh.
Is it the app that's what most iPhone users
Use, yeah.
use to listen?
What?
The Smooth FM app. That's what most iPhone users.
Yeah.
Casey, don't worry, it will be back. They're working on it.
Apologies.
Nobody be like woman. Let's go back.
All right.
Yes, in line with this challenge, Nobody Like Woman, hashtag that Simi released as she dropped the song 3 days ago, dubbed Woman. The record leans into the defiant ethos of Afrobeats to reclaim the narrative for women and turn Simi's long-held socio-political beliefs on equality into a sonic thesis for women's liberation. Simi challenges unfair female stereotypes and highlights the strength of women. This song in 3 days has garnered over 1.2 million views. Shout out to you, Simi. Powerful woman. Great feat there. And I would say, let's just say that Simi is a great guy.
Yes, we can see that.
You can say that. Simi is a great guy. I mean, the fact that she's been spoken about and that challenge resonated, with so many women,
I mean, it was even way beyond the challenge. It was a movement.
It was a movement,
Yeah,
yes.
Moment of realization, beyond the stereotypes. So I really liked it. Truthfully, I didn't know his song was coming actually when that thing started.
You didn't?
I didn't know. I didn't pay attention.
I felt it.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that line of it to say, okay, his song was coming. But I was just enjoying the movement. I enjoyed the messages that were being passed from various handles, various different people. And the message, of course, was very, very relatable. And then the music dropped, and it's okay. Oh wow! But for the song, let's even just go straight into the song. It doesn't sound different for me. it's still Afrobeat. Not the Afrobeats of that we are exporting. I don't know how should I put it. The one that everybody's it's the same as Afrobeat of like more of a it's sampled every
The raw form.
yes from different places
Yeah.
about from the actual Fela Kuti himself, but you can still feel her her writing prose in it, the way she put the words together, the way the message she actually passed with the song. And then shout out to Adekunle Gold. You heard him there doing the I never thought of it.
Yes, yes.
It's just and then the video as well. I like the start of that video from where the lights went, from the dark to the light scene, and then all the aesthetics of the video actually sort of tells the story of the powerful woman, regardless of where you're coming from, and the need for us to actually appreciate our women more.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I like the most about this? Well, one of the greatest impressions that this song or the project made for me is the fact that she used organic content and voices that were not known.
Yes.
It was so organic that Simi even chronicles the making of the song on her Instagram. Brought her friends together who are not known musicians or not regarded as professionals.
Artists,
in a
yeah,
sense.
okay.
Exactly, and just coached them on this project to sing, right? And it just lets you understand that it's not all about using fine paint to make something look good. You can use raw content and just raw voices to pass a message.
Yeah.
That's what is required. That's what's important. Just ensuring that people get the message. The message speaks louder than the song.
Absolutely. Because for a song like this, or for a message like this, you really want it to hit the right point. Because when you make it fancy or when you try to, quote, Photoshop it, sometimes it's unbelievable. People just look at it like, even where they understand the message, just look at it, but you're being fake. But when you bring out that whole, when you involve that whole naturalness of it, when you bring real life people to participate, you just know that the song is for you. You own it.
It resonates.
It resonates.
People can relate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And which is why for beyond the women, men to get to relate to this, and you just sort of look back, look at your mother, look at your wife, look at your sister, look at your friends, and know that you guys are doing well, and we appreciate and support you.
And so looking beyond just the sound and the video quality to the lyrics, the things she speaks of, if you look at our artists, musicians and actors alike, when they acquire wealth, the usual narrative that's bandied around by commenters on Instagram or social media generally is not palatable, to say the least. You hear some people make snide remarks as when they see an actor, for instance, who has money or has acquired a new property. They say, we know now. We know how far. What do you know?
Exactly.
People just immediately cast judgment
Assume.
without knowing, exactly, without knowing, jack all of the person. So that narrative sometimes can almost discourage, female folk from going through legitimate means to acquire wealth, and sometimes it puts pressure on the others.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if we want to take a handy example already, we talk about the likes of Messi, Igbe, what's her name?
People who receive backlash.
What's the other one? The one that did the Ghost and the Touts. Okay, but if you check Ghost and Tout, the producer or the owner of that movie. So when the times or when they announced or posted that they had finished their houses or they had bought a property, and then people started going in with the comments, and some people want to label you as being a prostitute or a runs girl. The other one was doing I Michael, the other one is Grace, Messi, Igbe. Thank you. So it's just sort of people start labeling and start talking, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't even stop there.
You're looking for Toyin Abraham.
Toyin Abraham,
That's
the name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, but the fact is that women are working. Matter of fact, I dare to say twice as hard as the men, because they know the narrative, they know how people tend to want to box them on, and then time has come to a point where women are not just sitting at home and folding their arms and waiting for their man to come back and tell them what to do. Now women are actually taking the ox by the horn, and then they're actually going in and achieving a lot for themselves, and which is what this song is also talking about that people have come to label women in different ways that they're not supposed to. And this is Simi. And Simi is actually quite vocal when it comes to a lot of topical issues.
Remember those
know.
stories that we're treating weeks leading to the challenge starting?
Absolutely.
The challenge actually launched on the 8th of October. Before I started seeing those, Simi has been in the news for a couple of reasons.
Exactly.
Defending her man, even backtracking to, reacting to online commenters,
Trolls, yes,
trolls, exactly. In their words, she reacted or replied in words,
Yeah.
language they understood. So Simi's never one to back down on people who harass women online. So strong message there. Shout out to you, Simi.
Yeah.
Nobody Like Women, the campaign is still on. So I guess you could watch the video just to understand the core of the message being passed. Moving from that to talking about related matters and reacting to critics, for instance. Twitter went agog. For those who have access to it, I still don't. Apparently in the news, I hear that users especially have expressed dissatisfaction over a new movie released by Izu or produced by Izu Ojukwu. The latest film is called Amina. The film is based on legendary warrior queen Amina of Zazu and is set to premiere on Netflix on the 4th of November. And ahead of the release, the streamer actually recently debuted the official trailer. I just saw it a couple of hours ago. Amina, and it's set in English. I mean, that's the official language being used, but the critics are generally saying it should have been in Hausa. They also criticized, and I saw that coming, the lead actress, that she's not originally Hausa, even if she lived in Kaduna, like grew up in Kaduna all her life and everything. That it should have been an indigene or somebody. But if you grew up in Kaduna for over 10 years, or in any location for that matter, aren't you an indigene? So people just react baselessly sometimes. But I mean, baselessly, that's comment for me is just directed at the fact that you call somebody you say somebody's not an indigene meanwhile they grew up somewhere. I mean, what's your definition of?
I spent over 10 years,
exactly. So, but to the use of English over Hausa, what are your thoughts?
So I understand how people might want to feel about in the language that the movie was made with. But we also have to understand that this is art. Art can be expressed in any shape or form,
right.
So it's not about the language. So personally, okay, just because English is general language, it's easier for me to watch a movie or just enjoy a movie when it's spoken in English, But when you have other languages, if you're talking about a platform like Netflix anyway, they still do the subtitle thing, or maybe use the whole. But what's the point? When we can just make it direct like this? Maybe over time, or maybe they decide to put some. I don't think it's going to go to cinema. I don't know if it's an original Netflix movie, but regardless, it's not a problem. So is it that they want them to speak Hausa all through and then transcribe in English, or they want them to speak Hausa, or they will say something in Hausa, but the words be coming out as English. I don't know what exactly the people want.
Going by the sentiments that they were generally shared, they made reference to Squid Game.
Yeah.
Squid Game, the Korean movie, was set in Korean.
Yes, but when we watched it,
it was transcribed in English.
Yeah.
Did you watch the English version?
The Korean version or I watched the English version.
Oh, you prefer the English version?
No, I watched the English version.
But which one do you prefer?
It is very different. The story was the same.
If the story, if you're seeing a movie, right, and it's originally in Korean or any language, their local dialect, and it's transcribed in English, or it is voiced in English.
Thank you. So that's the word. Two things there. Yes. One is either voiced in English or transcribed, where you can
see the transcription written on the screen.
And trust me, for a lot of times, I can be distracted. Not like I get distracted every time, but there are times where you just sort of look away, you miss it, because before you come back to read whatever has been said, you miss it. So I prefer that it is spoken in English than just transcribed in English.
So you can passively watch.
Yeah, so I can listen. Do you understand that? If I need to pick up my popcorn or pick up my drink, I won't get this. I won't miss anything because I can hear who's talking. But once you want them to start just transcribing the letters or the words and let's truth be told, for a lot of some movies, not a lot, back home here, they are transcribing the wrong things. The editor or the writer can make a mistake. And you know how that is. And then sometimes the application of that language in English might not be the same.
Diluted.
Do you understand? So
True.
I don't think I have a problem with. But yes, I understand the sentiments. However, for some people in certain places, the version that you get to see might be different from what
Yeah.
we get to see.
Yeah.
Because the same way they might have shot that movie in English, it can also be voiced in Hausa.
Mm.
No quarrel.
But they are just pushing that we should have originally been all the actors, all the
But
characters should
sometimes they
have
should
spoken Hausa,
Hausa.
and then it's transcribed in English.
But sometimes you need to not overthink these things. They should calm down. Even we don't even. I mean, the story might be a generic story. Everybody might know the story, but appreciate the fact that somebody has put it into a movie. First of all, appreciate that fact at all.
Yeah.
Than just that it was not spoken in Hausa. Calm down.
Going by the use of English, I would infer that it was generally created for the international audience.
Exactly.
But personally, seeing Squid Game, I appreciated it in Korean more, even if it was transcribed in English, because I feel like I would feel or connect with emotions better when the expressions are done in Korean. You know, the way somebody would react and shout "ah" in Korean is different from the way they shout "ah" in English. For me,
It's like Money Heist as well, right?
yeah, it's like
It was
money
in
exactly.
Spanish as well. But
Exactly.
I also saw the English one.
No, you're one of them.
Yeah.
I prefer the original versions. Let's take a quick break. Jump into this conversation. Send a message on WhatsApp 0809 444 0981. Coming up, we'll talk about the Two Faces baby mama coming back on the news to react finally after like 3 months of this Annie's tirade going viral. But stay with us. We'll be back with that.
Score your way with all expense paid for
Mad.
FC played live. Here's how. Download the FC
Chica, Kobe's, how now?
from your App Store to
Bukola
open
Ojo,
and fund
what's
your FC
happening?
account with a
Lupa, are you still there?
1,000 naira.
Are you enjoying the show?
1,000 naira
AK Street.
and Liverpool FC branded items.
Casey,
For a chance
thank
to be
you.
rewarded with an all expense paid trip for two
Well
to
done,
watch
well
a
done, well
live
done,
Liverpool
everybody. Thank you for
FC
tuning
match.
in.
Fun with a minimum of
Hope you're enjoying the show.
20,000 naira for at least 1 month. For more information, please visit sc.com/ng.
If I may.
Standard Chatter, here for good.
I bet you think this is going to be one of those ads where someone says, introducing to sell some new improved product to you.
But we feel there are more important things in life, like driving
want to talk
carefully on
about,
rainy days to avoid splashing
okay.
water on pedestrians.
Or stopping to help someone change a flat tire.
Because
See, the
what
country is
really
coming
matters
down.
is being the
Yeah, why
change.
Lipton in Yellow Label Tea. Awaken to what really matters.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. The jollificate with
boy.
extra 500% bonus anytime when you charge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like every day Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more
Good morning,
on
Bukola.
top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with the boss.
So I stay live on radio or just on my live? Let me know.
Hello, Mom. Come join the Mofix Happiness Movement. Get 2 free diapers in every
Let me show you
season
around quickly.
and 4 free diapers.
Come on,
in
man.
every jumper
Valentine,
pack
the
of
chief
Mofix
host.
Air Dry Baby
The
diapers.
host with the most.
I don't know about the chief, but
Yes.
I'm the host.
So just in case, this is how it goes down on radio. Look at this is the console. Is that what we call it?
Yeah, the console.
The console, and then you have the screen. This is people that send messages on WhatsApp. This is where their messages come to.
That's right.
This screen. This is the main control
We're back.
system. Oh, we're back.
Smooth breakfast. The smooth breakfast. The smooth breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you. Thanks to everyone watching us on James Silas's Instagram Live. I see you. Well done. Well done. Connect, by the way, you can react there as well. James will read your comments. You can
Yes,
also
sir.
send messages on WhatsApp. That number is 0809 444 0981. Happy holidays to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Idil Malud. It's the 19th of October 2021. Can I just say we love holidays here?
We do.
We love our public holidays.
You can't
It's
lie,
a
you can't
national treasure.
Yes.
Yes, especially on a Tuesday. Who has holidays on Tuesday? Okay, yeah, I guess some people. Now, our man, I feel bad for him at this point. Like the fact that his story is out there, or people are just bringing him into the limelight for the wrong reasons. It's not nice. And I had said before that I'm talking about Two Face Idibia, our own two Baba. I said before that everybody should get out of his business. But Pera Adeni, who's Two Face's baby mama, has reacted to the allegations leveled against her. She was trolled by social media users based on Annie Idibia's tirade that she published on social media a while ago and deleted shortly after. Uh, she's based in the United States. She's a mother of three, has three of Two Faces children. In an exclusive chat with the blogger, said the last time she saw the music star was about 4 months ago. And paraphrasing what she said in her comments, okay, I'm going to read her comments and then I'll share my thoughts on that. She says, I had not even spoken to him for about 4 months before I was woken up with calls to go and see that I'm trending online because Annie mentioned that he had run off with me to stay with me in America. We don't really talk and we are not friends. It is because of the same reason that I've stayed away from him. She also went on to clear the air about the viral video where the two ladies referred to her as the music star's first wife. She said those two ladies in the video, one of them is Two Face's cousin, and they know the truth. They wonder why I've been on my lane and I keep getting dragged into Annie's marital drama. They are the only ones who can explain what they said or why they said what they said in the video. I'm at peace with everyone. I have three kids for their brother, so visiting me when I'm in the country or when he's in the country should not be an issue or make headlines. Inferring to the fact that, I mean, as a father, you're bound to see your children, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So whether their mother is around them or not is not the issue here. It's just the fact that he has a responsibility to see the kids. Based on this reaction, how do you feel about the story and the possibility of the story going away, James?
It will go away eventually. I think just social media people not minding
Their business.
also because the other 2 weeks ago I think Annie decided to throw a tantrum on social media. Yes, and so when you give us something to talk about on social media, we'll take it to the next level for you. So and then social media also has their investigators. They know how to add one and two together. So once they spotted that Pero was in town, Tubaba was also in Abuja, and everybody started talking again. So but I think it's what it is. Even with family members, I don't think you don't expect all family members to like you as a person. Especially when you're married to a big, or when you're married into a big family. You still have those small sect of people that will, that will say, they don't really, and they will look for ways to taunt and, but last, family will always be family. Family will fight, no matter what. But you still also remember that when family fights, nobody wins really. It's all of you that are still going to sink in that whole, drama. But I like the way Tubaba has been managing the situation. I'm sure it must have been tough for him. He has not been in the news for a bit, and then he's coming back in the news, not for his music that he even put out some weeks ago, now for family drama, So
which is it's unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he should be focused on his work, yes?
Yeah. So, but I mean, they'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But yesterday, though, Two-Face went on Instagram on his stories and dropped some subliminals, and he said, quote, one of them said, read, when you allow some people access to you, no shaking, your disrespect only shows who you are. Do not be shy. Enjoy what you hope to enjoy. We shall meet in front. That's one cryptic message. The next one, he said, no fit make me crazy. No gonna happen. The third one, he said, I'll never change who I am for anybody or anything. Just enjoy the privilege of having access to God now. It shall be well. So, which at this point, I feel personally, I'm not interested in talking about him except for his work, because, dude, this guy is going through a lot. Like, do you know what it means to be first in the public limelight? You have such number of people, paying attention to every single thing you say.
Yeah.
When the attention should be directed at your work, which you've been using to, gain some momentum, build financial, wealth that you'd leave for your children, and just grow your craft, right? And attention is being skewed to other things that are mundane to you.
So you can also imagine that Tubaba, apart from dealing with the family problems, is also dealing with, I think there's still, don't forget the Brimo outbursts that happened the other time. That one is there. You understand? So there's just no winning for this guy. The way people are going in on him, or the way these things actually.
He threatened Brimo to take it down within a few hours
with a lawsuit.
Yeah, with a lawsuit.
Yeah, but I don't think the guy said he was going to take it down, and he stands by his word. So you can imagine. So even this message now sounds like a direct, maybe somebody has said something or sent a message, and is trying to pass a level of warning to the person indirectly. But I think he's just tired.
He's tired. It's obvious. It's obvious. I feel for the guy. I feel for him. What do you think? WhatsApp is there. YouTube is there. WhatsApp number 0809 444 on YouTube. Type Smooth FM Lagos. Remember to subscribe to our channel and comment and let us know what you think. Now, moving on very quickly because I have little time on our hands. Let's go to Netflix. Not the channel, just here. Let's talk about Netflix's show, especially the comedy, the stand-up comedy that Dave Chappelle put out recently in collaboration with Netflix, of course. It's The Closer. I watched the first few hours of that show just to see if there was meat to his bashing of the other gender and all that, the choices. There's ongoing drama, like you all know. Most of you already know that the trans community in the world has been pushing for the streaming giant Netflix to pull down The Closer from its platform. But the CEO of Netflix, the co-CEO, doubled down on the support of Dave Chappelle, saying that they will not bring it down. Ted Sarandos made this comment. He actually said, he made it clear that Netflix is standing firmly behind Dave Chappelle, but that the company fully supports an individual's right to watch whatever they choose. And he made some examples. He says, I'll quote his statement, the memo he sent out. It says, we know that a number of you have been left angry, disappointed, and hurt by our decision to put Dave Chappelle's latest special on Netflix. Adults can watch violence, assault, and abuse, or enjoy shocking stand-up comedy without it causing them harm to others. But the interesting part comes here. He made some reference to some movies, 365 Days, and Violence Against Women, and some other things. He says, while some employees disagree, remember first there was an allusion that an employee might have leaked the release date for this and some hidden content that the company didn't publish or make available to the public space, you know, and that's preempted the campaign against Dave Chappelle's stand-up comedy. He said, we have a strong belief that content on screen does not directly translate to real-world harm. The strongest evidence to support this is that violence on screens has grown hugely over the last 30 years, especially with the first-party shooter games, and yet violent crime has fallen significantly in many countries. But then this is a comedy. Why so serious, James?
So I think it's comedy, but we still know that we can still deal with actual real life issues by sort of, what's the word I can use now, by diluting it via comedy. So the summary of Dave Chappelle's this particular special was that he was addressing the need for people to show empathy regardless of your sex. He lost a dear friend, somebody who was beginning to thrive even in the comedy world, somebody who had looked up to him, and that person was actually transgender. I think a man, yes, who switched to become a woman, yes, and then they've been friends. He said he's always said this in his comedy that him is transphobic. I think that's what he used.
Yes,
that he's transphobic, and I don't think you blame him for being transphobic. And some people are, all the types of phobic that you can mention when it comes to the sexes and people's so-called choices. But the summary, like I said, of what he did with this special was to let people understand that empathy does not have any gender.
Yes.
Empathy is for everybody. So, but he also points out the fact that people, the transgender people or the gay community, will not have any problem with a lot of things in the society until it concerns a gay person.
Yes, and he said that very clearly in the comedy special. I watched it. Yeah.
So why are you people? Why? So it just sort of creates a different world. They create a different world for themselves, according to him, where they are only concerned about their own things and they can come at you. The guy is very bold. I watched him. I'm a big fan of him anyway.
Yeah.
I watched him from start to finish. It wasn't just about being. It wasn't really about being funny. For me, it wasn't funny. So funny to me, actually. I watched and I was trying to find. It's easier for me to watch. What's his name? Kevin Hart. He walks out and just is looking at everybody and it's funny. I'm laughing already.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Dave Chappelle, he has a different way or a different approach to go into, with his stories and his comedy. I don't think I like the fact that Netflix is taking a stand not to take it down. Why should he take it down? What exactly has he said wrong?
Yes.
Because like I said, if it was about going after the transgender community or the gay community and everything, it would have been a different thing. That's not what his own that's not the soul or the summary of this particular message, and which is why I really loved the way it ended. He said empathy, like I said, does not have a gender.
Yeah.
It's for everybody, and we need to share as much as we can. But he was sad. I mean, for me, that's why I said it wasn't particularly funny to me. He was sad.
Yeah.
That someone, why did that person die? Sorry to I'm taking long.
Yeah.
That person actually committed suicide because he said something, or maybe he or she, said something that maybe didn't go well with every other person in that community. Yes. And then 6 days later, after being dragged on Twitter,
he took his life.
Yes, his life.
So, I mean, we need to empathize with all these people. And James, you're spot on saying that Dave Chappelle was addressing a social commentary or narrative that needed to be corrected, because it's not enough to, hold or stand, for something. If you stand for something, people would say you stand against every other thing, which shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It should be, I mean, first of all, everybody has a right to have their own principles and their own stance on issues.
Fact.
But also being able to be open-minded,
yes,
to have general conversations about every other issue, however they negate your own stance. I mean, you should be objective enough to hear people out. So, which is essentially what he was addressing, and he made some funny references to some occurrence in a restaurant and stuff. You should see it. So we'll have these conversations off and on the Grapevine 91, as with many other issues, however interesting or mundane. That said, let's leave Two Faces on here. Send this message across, and I'm sure it resonates with you. James.
Yes.
As always fun to chat with you.
Same here, bro.
Enjoy
Same
the
here.
free roads today.
Absolutely.
You look nice. Where are you going to after this?
Thank you. Actually, just hanging out with a few friends.
Invite your boys now.
No, they don't kill Ramon these days.
I know. The last time I ate Ram, my teeth hurt.
I mean, you had too much.
Yeah, that's as with other reasons. 25 minutes before 10. The music continues here on Smooth 98.1. Shout out to everybody on James Silas's page.
Yeah,
please plug out, bro.
James Silas is James Silas on social media: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse, everywhere. Just go type James Silas. In fact, if you send me a message and tell me you're from the Grapevine, I'll definitely have it back. Peace. See you guys on Thursday by God's grace.
Peace and love, guys. My name is Valentine Ohu. Follow me at Valentine Ohu. OHU. One word together. Valentine Ohu. At Smooth 981 FM, Lagos. We'll continue the music. Watch out for Cool and the Gang next. Slide Back, Let It See, and Penny Ford. All coming up after this.
The Great
She'll just
Food
late.
Breakfast Show.
The show is over.
Entertainment buzz with the gossip.
So guys, this is our producer.
Global.
That could be
Oh,
bye,
celebrity
YouTube people.
gist.
Bye. That could be our producer.